Hey guys, it's Julia. Welcome to What the Book. So today I'm going to be talking about Divergent by Veronica Roth. Now this book has been a long time coming for me. I bought it a couple years ago, I think, and then I read it and I didn't like it. And then this year a lot of my friends read it or like really were into it, and I was like, what's the big deal with it? I don't, really like it. And they're like, you've got to read it again, Julia. You've got to read it again. And I'm like, okay, I'll try again. I'll see how it is. And I was excited. I was like, oh yeah, I maybe I'll really like it this time. So this one's been a long time coming for me, and personally, I really enjoyed it. So Divergent is a book that is set in a dystopian future, and it follows this main character. Her name is Beatrice Pryor, also known as Triss. In her society, when you turn 16, I believe, you go through a choosing ceremony and you pick a faction that you want to live in, and you can either pick the same one that you've lived in forever, which is pretty normal in this society, or you can transfer. Abnegation, Candor, Erudite, Dauntless, and Amity. You have to go through a big test, and the test is like, this is what the test thinks you should do, and it's kind of like a simulation of sorts, and she goes through it, and she's Abnegation, by the way, if any of you were wondering, and she gets a non-conclusive result, also known as Divergent. And being Divergent, Divergence is very dangerous in her society. Like, they're not exactly, it never really happens. There's not many Divergents, or at least that she knows of. And it's kind of a very, bad thing in their society. So the woman who does the test is like, don't tell anyone this, And she's like, okay. So then she goes to the choosing ceremony and she picks Dauntless, and Dauntless is like the opposite of Abnegation. Abnegation, I wrote in my notes that I thought Abnegation was like the Amish part of this society. And then Dauntless is like tattoos and piercings and jumping off of buildings, and it's totally different, right? And she chooses that one, and everyone is shocked, A, because she's transferring, and B, because she's transferring to Dauntless. And there's only been a couple other people who've done that before, and it's very like, oh my god, I can't believe it. So then she has to go through all these things in the Dauntless initiation, and all this stuff happens, and I don't want to give away too much because there's so much that happens in this book, and it's insane. It's insane. And I don't even know how I didn't like it the first time. Like, I really like it now. One of the things I gotta just put out there about this book, I did not think that I was going to be shipping Triss and Four. That happened. That happened hardcore. They're one of my OTPs now, Triss and Four, because they are so cute. Oh my gosh, when you read the book, they're just so adorable, and I can't even stand it. Like, just the way they talk to each other and the way they treat each other, and even when they're mean to each other, it's still so cute. And I feel like they have such good chemistry. And Four and Triss are like my faves. Four and Triss, they're added to my list of OTPs. Just like that. They're just added on. A couple things that surprised me about the book. Before she went in, she would always kind of not doubt herself, but she wasn't used to the lifestyle at all because, it's totally different. But later she's climbing up Ferris wheels, just climbing up, and she, is fighting people, and it's crazy the changes that she goes through in this book. So Divergent is part of a trilogy of two other books, which is what a trilogy is. A trilogy is 3 books. And the first is obviously Divergent. The second one I have right here is Insurgent. This is my friend's copy. And the third is Allegiant, which just recently came out. So yeah, I am in the middle of, not even in the middle, I'm partially through this one. So I am looking forward to reading that one and then reading Allegiant because I just want more and more and more of the story. It's just, it just sucks you in and you can't stop reading it. Like I was reading this non-stop, like I was in school and I would be in class and I'd just be having this on my lap and I'd be reading it like this, like pretend this is my lap, right? I'm like reading and then I'd be like looking up, making sure the teachers weren't looking, like, you know, that kind of thing. And I like kept reading it and reading it and reading it and reading it, and it was insane because I was just could not put it down. Could not put it down. I took it like everywhere with me just in case there was a chance for me to read it. The end of the book, guys. I gotta just talk about it. So I cannot believe that her mom, for one thing, was dauntless. And another thing, that she dies and her dad dies. Like, they just had to double whammy it there. They had to be like, oh yep, her mom's dead, her dad's dead. Now she has her brother and 4. That's basically all she has. Oh, and Christina, I guess. And Al. But not Will. No, she doesn't have Al. Al's dead. Oh! Oh! Dog! My dog's barking, I'm sorry. So, this is definitely something I would recommend like reading over the holidays because it is a good book, and yet it's like, it's not overly long. It's around 460 pages, so it's not like overly long. It's a good read to read, yeah, during the holidays because you can probably finish it fairly quickly. And it's also very interesting and intriguing, and it will just attack your brain with feels because of foreign trysts, and oh my gosh, foreign trysts are so cute. That's like the one thing I can think of whenever I think of this book is foreign trysts are so cute, foreign trysts are so cute. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope you kind of got an idea about what the book was about, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I just dropped it. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I hope you guys are having a great December. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Okay, bye.